You know, I'm really kind of curious, YouTube, about the Untapped and some of the big brands. I actually almost want to check this because this one has 133,000, well, 133.5 thousand people have given ratings on this beer. So let's just do a quick thing, right? Let's say Budweiser. Okay, so Budweiser has 491,000 people have given it ratings. So we're at about a quarter of Budweiser. What about Canadian? What about Molson Canadian? Okay, so the beer we're about to drink is on par with Molson Canadian for the amount of people overall that have tapped it in. However, when it comes to my friends that have tapped it in, the beer we're about to do has like 65 of my friends more than Molson Canadian, which is weird to me. But I mean, I do have a lot of American friends on here. Anyway, so what we're looking at is I've never had this. 137 of my friends have had it, and they've given a 3.06 out of 5 overall. 133.5 thousand people have tapped it in and given it a 3.33 out of 5 overall. It is 5% alcohol. It is from Stiegl. It's from Stiegl. Well, it's Stiegl Gold or Stiegl Goldbrau from Stiegl Brauerei zu Salzburg. It's from Austria. It's another Helles lager style, is what it says. So there is your label. Very much looks like kind of like regular Stiegl. We'll put it up here. I don't know if you guys can still see it because I'm too blind to see the camera to know if you can see it sitting there. But while it sits there, we'll read a little bit and then we'll open it up and go, okay? Stiegl Goldbrau is a traditional Salzburg beer specialty with 12 Plato and a characteristic golden yellow color. A full-bodied beer with a gentle bitterness, brewed using indigenous ingredients, wonderfully refreshing and very agreeable. And then basically the same thing, but not in English or French. So Da H tapped it in with basic, but pretty good. Todd R didn't say anything, but he gave it some stuff. Craig over in the UK gave it a 3.75. Good lager on the old dad's day with the chickens. Renee did not write in any language I can understand there. Another Craig from over along the other side. Apparently this is a 2020 version. Whatever that means, I will stick with the generic check-in. A decent lager, slight wheat hop presence. It's that time of year. Liam from here. Most of the people I'm seeing have tapping this in on my friends list are not in Canada. They are either, there is a few, but they're mostly in Europe or the US is what's showing up more than anything else on here. Now, would Stiegl Goldbrau basically just be regular Stiegl? Would it be just your regular Stiegl that came over here, or is there a different Stiegl? Yeah, let's try it. Twist off. Again, not fully normal for a Euro beer, but hey, it is what it is. They sent from the bottle. I keep saying can't. You don't find many bottles here in Saskatchewan, so sent from the bottle. Not much. A little bit of grassiness, and that's about the extent of it. Everything okay? Yeah, just kind of like a grassiness and an earthiness. That's basically all there is to it.
You're not staying out. It's fucking raining out.
But honey, it's so much fun when it's raining out.
Oh, it looks like it's turning into like a freezing rain, which is amazing.
Good thing the car's in the garage. Cheers, you two.
Colleen's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm had enough. Otis, let's go. Otis, home. Otis, home. Sorry, I'm not trying to ruin your video, but they're all whining at the door. Like, I love you, but I don't want piss on the floor. Sorry.
Oh, excuse me.
Friggin' Pyrenees XL out there with his decorative ears.
His ears aren't decorative.
Yeah, they are, because you don't use them to listen, that's for sure. Otis! Home! Let's go! Giant mutt? Let's go! Thanks. Thanks for showing up. Thank you, Colleen, for being such a good girl. Look at the nice mud trail I got all over my floor. Oh, that's
So, what she's talking about with the giant butt is Otis is like 170 pounds, and he does not like to listen to anybody but myself. And yeah, his ears for everybody else are basically there for show. Anyway, back to the beer. Right? Back to the beer. There we go. Drinks really well. Can't say anything bad about the way it drinks. A little bit of bitterness, but it's an earthy bitterness. A little bit of sweetness up at the forefront. It's a fairly clean, crisp lager. I can't really complain about it. It's boring. It really is. But as I get older, I like boring. So I like this. It's right up my alley to where I am in life. Just boring. Would I buy this is the question, right? Would I buy Stiegl Gold? Again, if I'm looking at this in a $1, $2, or even up to $3 a bottle range, yeah, it's possible I'd buy it. And I know people are going to be like, you'd pay $3 for a 330 milliliter bottle. Average 500 milliliter can here, well, 473 milliliter can here is $4.99 to $5.99. So, and that's the average. I mean, there is more expensive, and there is a few that are a little cheaper, but that's your average price. So if this was in the $2 to $3 range, yeah, I would probably buy this if I'm looking for just a beer. And I don't want to buy Canadian or Bud or I could possibly buy Moosehead or Sleeman, but let's say I didn't want to buy any of the bigger guys. This fits the bill. It's not a bad beer. It's really not. Out of 10 on it, probably a 6.75, because I don't know really if I would pay the money for it, but it's not a bad beer. I'd have no problem drinking it as long as somebody else paid for it. If I'm paying for it, probably not my thing. But I mean, if the price was right, fucking A, I'd buy it. Like, if I'm in Europe and a lot of my European friends that have seen my beer prices here get disgusted by it, and they're like, hey, we can buy Stella for this much, like a 24 pack. And then if this was like the prices they tell me about on some of their beers here, buy it all the time. I would. So, not a bad beer. Not a bad beer. Thank you. Bye-bye.